सो फ्रेंड्स, आज हम बात करेंगे अर्ली प्रेगनेंसी के स्कैन के बारे में, अबाउट द डबल डेसिडुअल साइन। क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट डू देयर अर्ली प्रेगनेंसी स्कैन, तो वो एक परफेक्ट तरीके से होना चाहिए। तो डबल डेसिडुअल साइन में बहुत बार कंफ्यूजन हो सकता है। सो वी हैव डॉक्टर वानी, डायरेक्टर ऑफ पिलमेट, to be with us to talk about the double decidual sign. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, madam. If I will tell you what is the definition of the double decidual sign, you will give me a very beautiful, fancy definition. But at the end of the, that definition, I bet. I am repeating. I am betting that most of the gynecologists and whosoever is doing the ultrasound are not, I will not say aware of what they are talking. It's not like that. But practically how that is on ultrasound, they are blank over there. Now actually what this double decidual sign is, before going to this double decidual sign, there is something which is called as unobliterated uterine cavity. Unobliterated uterine cavity. Now, what is this unobliterated uterine cavity? Do you have any idea of this? Yes or no?
Slight idea.
Now, see what is happening. I am having this is the uterus. In this uterus, I am having an endometrial cavity. I will say the uterine cavity. This uterine cavity, for the sake of argument, is 10 cc, for example. Because the cavity will have some volume over there. Let's, for the sake of argument, make it as 10 cc. Okay? 10 cc. I mean the uterine cavity. Volume of the uterine cavity. Now the question. The question is, there is a gestational sac in this uterine cavity. The question is, this early, very early gestational sac equal to 10?
No.
No. Is this less than 10? Very early?
Yes, sir.
Yes. It has to be less than 10 and it will be less than 10. Let's assume it is 6. I'm talking of very early pregnancy, not just early pregnancy, because at some point of time this will grow and will take hold of the cavity. But I am using word very early because in this very early pregnancy, we have to see for this unobliterated uterine cavity and we will be talking of the double decidual sign. Now, it means, what it means, I was having 10 which got occupied for, 6 got occupied. I am having here the 4 cc. Is this 4 cc an unobliterated uterine cavity, yes or no?
Yes.
Try to understand. So here I am having 4 cc as an unobliterated uterine cavity.
Yes.
As the gestational sac will grow, it will take more of the space. It will then grow up to maybe 8. Then I will be having 2 cc. And it grows more. And I will be having a 0 cc. I mean, everything is obliterated. But when you are dealing with an ectopic pregnancy, for example, if you are dealing with an ectopic pregnancy, you are here where when the gestation sac is very small, I mean a very early pregnancy. Now, let me draw this other way. Other way means I will take this ultrasound picture. How now I will tell you, I will try to draw how this unobliterated uterine cavity is looking on ultrasound. Now I will be having a gestational sac. Then I will be having an unobliterated uterine cavity. Now see what is happening. This is the uterine cavity. And over here, you will see a gestational sac. You will see a gestational sac over here in this uterine cavity. Now, this is actually unobliterated uterine cavity, right? Now, this can be more towards this side and less towards this side. And if that is the case, what will happen? you will see a black part over here which is surrounding the gestation sac. This is the gestation sac.
Okay.
Now you will see something black which is surrounding this over here, because unobliterated uterine cavity on ultrasound will look black. Now I am putting this picture, not actually the ultrasound picture, but the representation of the ultrasound picture. You tell me, if you are not knowing that this is an unobliterated uterine cavity, what you will label this as?
G-sac only.
No. This is the G-sac. What this black part surrounding the gestation sac, you will think of?
Mostly it's unobliterated.
No. You are not knowing the unobliterated uterine cavity, okay? I am showing you this picture, not I am showing you. Your ultrasound monitor is showing you the picture. Having a gestation sac surrounded by a the black part over here.
We may think it is blood also.
Not you may think. You will be thinking only of the blood over here, and you will be labeling this as a hematoma. But actually, this is an unobliterated uterine cavity. Now the point is, I'm turning the table around. If I am not aware of the unobliterated uterine cavity, I will very easily label this for a hematoma. That is why there are bundle of reports which are coming to you with a hematoma with no bleeding, with no tenderness. Then when you are rescanning the patient, everything is normal over there. Then you are taking unnecessary benefit that I have done something that this got resolved, but it was never a hematoma over there. Question. Now the question is, how can I differentiate a hematoma from an unobliterated uterine cavity? Because both on ultrasound look same. How can I say that this is a hematoma, not an unobliterated uterine cavity, or vice versa? Now you have to think. You have to reply me.
By seeing the 4 layers of decidual.
No. First of all, if this is an unobliterated uterine cavity, simple, unobliterated. If it is not a hematoma, there are very less chances that patient will be having bleeding, yes or no? Very less, unless and until it is a concealed one. Right or wrong? Right. Now, if patient does not have any tenderness, no bleeding over there, then it is going in favor of unobliterated uterine cavity, am I right?
Yeah.
Now, if you will simply rescan the patient with no symptoms of a miscarriage or of a threatened abortion, then on a rescan, what will happen after 2 days? After 2 days, what will happen? This gestational sac will start growing. When it is growing, it is taking more of the space. And when it is taking more of the space, it will take the unobliterated uterine cavity, and then you will not be able to see any, this unobliterated uterine cavity, and it was the unobliterated uterine cavity. If you see on a rescan that I don't have any hematoma in inverted commas, I will say.
Okay.
But if on a rescan, this part, this black part increases or remains same, what that is going in favor of?
If it increases
or remains same after rescan, I mean after just 2 days, what that is going?
Hematoma.
Then that is a hematoma only. Then that is a concealed hematoma. Now, is this clear?
Yes.
Unobliterated uterine cavity. Now, coming back to the uterus, I am having 2 layers. I will not draw. I am having two layers of decidua. One coming from the uterine cavity, one coming from the gestational sac. That is the double decidual site. But question: there is a space in between the 2 lines. There is a space in between 2 lines. This is uterus, uterine cavity. This is the uterine cavity. Now, let me take another color over here. Now I am having a gestational sac over here. From here, I will be having decidual, one decidual. From here, I will be having another decidual. Now, one coming from the uterine lining, one coming from the gestational sac, makes it two. The question is, there stands an unobliterated uterine cavity in between the two layers. Yes or no?
Yes.
Can I turn the table round? If I see an unobliterated uterine cavity, double decidual sign has to be positive.
Of course.
100%. So, if you are having an unobliterated uterine cavity, your double decidual sign is positive. Now, if you don't have any unobliterated uterine cavity, both will come together and merge with each other. You will not see if there is a double decidual sign. So, in one line, double decidual sign is nothing but the reflection of an unobliterated uterine cavity on ultrasound. Clear? So, this is all about the double decidual sign. Now, if you don't see this unobliterated uterine cavity, see how important this unobliterated uterine cavity is. That can be a pseudosac. That means that you may be dealing with an ectopic pregnancy, which we will discuss some other day. So today, I tried to simplify the double decidual sign and this unobliterated uterine cavity. This is actually a very, a long topic, a subtopic of a very long topic, which is an early pregnancy, which is available on our server www.bilman.net, or you can contact our helpline number for our online courses. These things we are taking in our online early pregnancy courses.
Thank you. That was a very difficult thing made very easy by Dr. Wani. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.